Hi everyone, today I decided to do the mid-year book freakout tag. I've seen this going around BookTube recently again, obviously because of the time of year it is, and I thought I'd give it a go. So there are 15 questions, so let's just get started. So the first question is the best book you've read so far in 2017. And for this I had to go for The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This has actually got a bookmark in it at the minute because my sister's reading it, and she's really enjoying it as well. She's not that far through, but it takes her ages to read anything, so I'm not expecting her to finish this anytime soon. But she's enjoying it as well. I just think this is such an important read, and it's just one of those that I feel like it's going to be remembered for ages and ages and ages. And I think it's just one of those books that everyone should read. It's inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement in the USA, and it is just so important and one of those books that really makes you feel every emotion, and it is such a shame that these things are actually happening in the world and they really need to be addressed. But unfortunately that's just how it is, so yeah, it's one of those heart-wrenching reads, but it's so good. Number 2 is the best sequel you've read so far this year. And I've not really read many sequels at all, so I don't really have an answer for this. But I will be reading A Court of Mist and Fury soon, so maybe that would be my answer, but I can't put that at the minute because I've not read it yet. Number 3 is a new release from 2017 that you've not read yet, but you really want to. And for this, I have 4 answers, because I couldn't choose. And we've got A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This obviously came out this year, and I'm very excited to read it. I'm currently rereading A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then obviously I'll be going on to A Court of Mist and Fury, like I said before. But this one I'm also home to get read this month, but we'll just see, and I will let you know what I think of it once I've read it. I've heard nothing but really great things about this, to be honest. This series is just loved by so many people, so I'm really excited to read it all. The second book I have for this is Geekerella by Ashley Poston, and this is a Cinderella retelling, and it's based in sort of a Comic-Con kind of event, and it just sounds great. I mean, that sold me. I don't really know much else about it, but again, I've heard nothing but amazing things, so I'm excited to read this one. And the third book we have for this question is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. And I heard really great things about this book, and I picked it up, and since picking it up I've actually heard quite mixed reviews about this, but I really want to read it and sort of see what my opinions are on it and where I fit into the sort of hype, because yeah, it has been getting mixed reviews now, so I'm excited to read it and just see what I think. And it's got really pretty edges, so I mean, I needed it. And the final book I have for this question is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. Not sure if I pronounced that right. I really need to learn how to pronounce names, but I tried. And this is about a arranged marriage sort of situation between Dimple and Rishi, and Dimple's not interested in the slightest, but Rishi is quite up for all this, and they end up meeting at a coding camp, I think it is. So yeah, that's all I know again. Heard amazing things about this book though, so this is definitely one I want to pick up soon. And on to question 4 now, and that is your most anticipated releases for the rest of the year. And I've got 3 answers for this. So the first one is John Green's new book, and it's called Turtles All the Way Down, I think, and I don't know anything about it at all, but it's John Green and he is one of my auto-buy authors, so I needed it. So I'll be picking that up when it is released. The second book I have is Some Kind of Wonderful by Giovanna Fletcher, which has just been announced this week, so I'm really excited about that. I think that one's coming out in November, and again, Giovanna is one of my auto-buy authors, so I'm gonna read whatever she brings out. And the final book I actually have for you today, because it just came out this week and I planned this video in advance, and that is All That She Can See by Carrie Hope Fletcher. Again, another one of my auto-buy authors, so really needed to pick this up. Again, not entirely sure what it's about, but there is magical realism again, like there was in On the Other Side, so I'm excited to read that. And On the Other Side ended up being one of my favourite books last year, so I'm really excited to read this one. Number 5 is your biggest disappointment of 2017 so far. And I really struggled to answer this question because I've enjoyed most of the books I've read this year. But the book I've picked out, and bear with me, is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. And before you all go shouting, oh, but this book's so good, it is. I really enjoyed the story, and I think I give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed the story, but I predicted the ending very early, and that really put me off a little bit when I found out that I correctly predicted it, because I hate predicting endings. So that's really the only reason, but I did enjoy the story, but that's all I could really think of for this question. And number 6 is your biggest surprise of 2017 so far. So for this I went with the If I Stay Duology by Gail Foreman, and I expected to just go into this and sort of find it quite flat and dragging a bit and things like that. And I don't know why I thought that, but I just didn't have high expectations at all. and I ended up really enjoying them. So I'm really happy that I picked these up and give them a shot, because yeah, I did really enjoy it. And the second book didn't disappoint either, and a lot of second books are a bit of a disappointment, I feel. And I really enjoyed this one. So yeah, definitely give these a read if you've not already. Number 7 is who has been your new favourite author of this year, and for this it's an answer I've already said anyway, and that is Angie Thomas, who wrote The Hate You Give. And this is just an incredible book, like I said before. I'm not going to go on about it again, but Angie Thomas is definitely one of them authors that as soon as she brings out something else, I'll be picking it up because I just love this so much. Number 8 is who is your new favourite fictional crush, and honestly I did not have an answer for this question at all. I don't generally have fictional crushes as such, but I just tend to favour characters. However, I am rereading the Harry Potter series at the minute, and I have found a really big new love for Sirius Black. I'm a bit obsessed with him. So that's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, Sirius Black. Number 9 is who is your favourite character you've read so far this year, and for this it is such a cute answer, I feel, but I just love him. And that is Mr. Trundle from The Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher. Yes, I read this in January, because why not? And Mr. Trundle is just so cute. He's William's dad. William's the little boy who is obsessed with dinosaurs, and one Christmas he ends up getting an actual dinosaur. I don't want to say much more, but it is such a cute story, and I definitely recommend it, even if you're not a child, because I'm not, and I read it and I loved it. It's just one of them stories that is very, very cute and cosy and brilliant to read around Christmas time. But Mr. Trundle is just such a lovely, sensitive character, and he develops so much during the story, and I really want a sequel just for Mr. Trundle. Like, really bad. He is just such a sweet character, and I absolutely loved him. Number 10 is a book that made you cry, and again, it's the answer I've already used, and that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This book just keeps coming up. It is just an incredible book though, and it deserves all of these answers that I've been given it. So yeah, really made me cry, really, really badly, and I would read it again because I like crying in books. It's just an amazing read. Please read it if you've not read it already. Number 11 is a book that made you happy, and I am so happy with this answer. And that is Happy Mum, Happy Baby by Giovanna Fletcher. I love this. This is such a good account of Giovanna's pregnancy and her journey of bringing up Buzz and Buddy, her two little boys. It is just so nice, and she never sugarcoats anything though. Don't think she does that, because she doesn't. She tells it all how it is, but it's so funny and so sweet, and it really did make me smile so much while reading this. There's pictures throughout as well of the kids and G and Tom with them, and it's just such a cute read from their journey of bringing up Buzz and Buddy. It's very, very cute. Definitely recommend if you've not read it, please read this. It's so good. Number 12 is your favourite book to movie adaptation, and for this I've not actually watched anything that's come out this year that I've enjoyed that much to answer for this question. However, there was something that came out last year, but I read the book and seen the film this year, so I'm going to use it, and that is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This was incredible. Really, really great read, and the film did it justice, and a lot of the time I can't say that about films because I get very attached to the book and then I end up hating the film because I like the book so much and it's changed things. But A Monster Calls was absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure I don't really need to tell you what this is about because it was so hyped, but honestly, if you've not read this and you've not seen the film, definitely recommend it. Just read it and then watch the film because it just is incredible. Number 13 is what is your favourite review that you've written this year, and for this, again, it's an answer I've already used, but it's Happy Mum, Happy Baby by Giovanna Fletcher, and I was just so happy with this review because I went into a lot of detail about all the different things she talked about and my opinions on that and how that helped me and how it made me think about, do I want children in the future? Do I not want children in the future? And it is one of those things that, because I've never been sure whether I want children or not, it's one of those things that really made me think and did help me in the sort of process of working that out. And it also made me think like, okay, I might be scared about having children, but there's no perfect parent. It's fine, you're gonna learn as you go. And yeah, I was very, very happy with the review I wrote on this because I did go into quite a lot of depth about that situation and about everything Giovanna talked about, and that she didn't sugarcoat anything, and she was really real throughout the story. Number 14 is what is the prettiest book you've purchased this year, and I have two for this, but they're the same book, and that is my Harry Potter Ravenclaw editions. I just love these. They are so pretty. Like, I mean, look at that. They're just amazing. And it's Harry Potter. So it was going to be my answer because it's Harry Potter, and I needed them. And it's Ravenclaw. And I love Ravenclaw. Had to be the answer. And finally, number 15 is a book you have to read by the end of the year. And this book has been on my TBR list forever, it feels like. And everyone's read it, and I've not read it yet. And I've heard nothing but incredible things about this book, and I've still not picked it up. And that is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Yeah, I've still not read this. Like, what is my life? I need to read this book because it just sounds amazing. It is told in the perspective of death, and it's historical fiction, and yeah, that's all I really know, but I've heard incredible reviews about this. So honestly, make me read this book. Just make me read it. Constantly go on about it, and at one point I will pick it up. Hopefully. So that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All of my social media links will be in the description below for you, so you can go check any of those out. Let me know your most anticipated book for this year, as I would love to know. It'd be lovely to get even more recommendations from you, so yeah, let me know what your answer is to that question. And feel free, if you want to do this tag, to go do it. I tag all of you watching. That's it for today, and I will see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye!